It's the regional record extending 740th episode of the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, KBTV, and the CW. And we're celebrating this magnificent milestone with a Possum and Paul episode of the Jim King of the TV show, Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll pay tribute to the late, great George Jones in his old hometown of Vidor, Texas. It's Jim King. Hello.
Jim, this is George Jones. How are you?
Hey, George. How are you, man?
Well, we're doing pretty good for an old man.
We'll feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. We'll also wear the Southeast Texas debut of Fillmore's new video as our King's Country music clip of the week from Nashville. And Paul Thorne will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. King of the Road. Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, KBTV, and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. Before we cruise off into this episode, I need to pay tribute to my friend and former colleague, Art Get Down Brown Hansen. Sadly, he died recently at the age of 73. Of course, Art was well known in our area for his Get Down Brown restaurants and bars. He gave a lot of talented local musicians their first break in the music business. Rest in peace, Art Hansen. You definitely made your mark, and you will be missed. This week, we're celebrating our 740th episode of the Jim King of the TV show, a regional record for an independently produced, local, entertainment-based program. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. Speaking of royal time, stream King's Country at kingscountry.net for the most magnificent country music mix on the planet, 24/7 and 365. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth. King's Country streaming 24/7 and worldwide on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And don't miss the award-winning and nationally recognized Jim King of the Radio show, middays, Monday through Friday, on King's Country at kingscountry.net. Now ride shotgun with me to Vidor, Texas. We always cruise Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV and radio.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, hi, to the time.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
I was so lost, oh, but now I'm found. I was blind, oh, but now I see.
Family, friends, and colleagues of the late George Jones recently paid a very touching tribute to him at a packed Benoist Lewis Hall in the Possum's old hometown of Vidor, Texas. Those in attendance included George's oldest sister, Helen Scroggins Jones of Wildwood, Texas.
Well, I love my brother because he always looked after me and seen that I didn't need nothing.
Tell about his great singing.
Yeah, and I loved to hear him sing up till he died.
And tell him about on your daddy's grave. You're going to tell that.
And I wanted the one that wrote Watching from the Window Up Above. My husband loved that song, and so I put it on his tombstone.
Now you want to thank everybody?
Huh?
You want to thank everybody?
Thank y'all.
Before I go, I want to tell y'all one little story. Come on, girl. Okay. When I was 2 or 3, I can't remember how because I was so young, but we moved to a farm in Waco. It was a cotton farm. And every summer, George would come and stay with us for a while. And I can't tell you how many times my daddy told the story about when he would come. He had never been around cows, never been around chickens. And so when he found out that eggs and milk came from cows and chickens, he said he was never going to eat them again. He said his eggs and milk came from the grocery store. And that's what he wanted, the ones from the grocery store. I just want to tell y'all all we love you. We thank you. And I know George's music 50 years from now will be just as popular as it is right now.
I'm just a bartender. I don't like my work, but I don't mind the money at all. I see lots of sad faces, oh, lots of bad cases of folks with their back to the wall.
In addition to the great live music performed by such professionals as Kevin Adams and BB and Company, the George Jones tribute at Benoit's Lewis Hall in Vidor included some very emotional speeches from Jones family members.
I think this is really a tribute to Vidor, to show up and show support and tribute our father. You know, coming from a small town and living here, and just to have all these folks, you know, love him and still listen to his music and support us, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm so thankful for everyone here. Thank you so much.
What was it like growing up in the George Jones household?
It was exciting.
It was wild.
Tumultuous sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of good times, a lot of good memories. A lot of good memories.
Incredible talent he was, and I actually got to speak with him one time. I was working at a local radio station in Beaumont, and he called me up, and it was like one of the biggest thrills of my life. Kicker 95.1, it's Jim King. Hello.
Jim, this is George Jones. How are you?
Hey, George, how are you, man?
Well, we're doing pretty good for an old man.
This is your hometown you're calling. You know that? Well, you know that.
Yeah, boy, we're looking forward to it. We always are. Anytime we come anywhere close to Beaumont and Texas.
Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Phil Morris' new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. We'll also feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Paul Thorne will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. But next we'll air more of our tribute to George Jones in his old stomping grounds of Vidor, Texas. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. It's the record-extending 740th episode of the Jim King of the TV show.